I'd like to recognize Sarah Lloyd, our Associate Executive Director, to make a presentation, the usual Chuck presentation. That rascal's hopefully out on the lake fishing today.
I hope so. I'm hoping you get a couple good big ones for us and show us some pictures when he gets back.
Okay, take it away, Sarah.
Absolutely. So I'm short, and there's nothing I can do about it. So you can blame that lady over there 3 rows back. So anyway, hi. Thank you for letting me present to you all today. I'm excited. So I'd like to kind of start off. It's October. Yeah, foliage. This is our expectations of October. And this is our reality. And this is our expectations of October, 62, 68. I did this yesterday and I was like, what's going on in Boston, right? And this is what Avery Temesco said we're doing today. We usually get about 10.5 inches roughly in rain, and this is the second hottest October we've ever experienced. So this is our reality. And this is our expectations. This is what I was hoping for October. Nice hot beverage and a fire, and we are doing this instead. So October. So when I was asked to present today, I'm going to give you some community updates. So the Preston Seat Wing AC plumbing replacement project is 100% complete. Who can say woohoo? Everybody's excited in the Preston, including our associates. So our phase 4, or our completion phase, is on schedule. Unfortunately, we will be shutting down the south driveway later this week. I don't have exact details, but be on the lookout for a memo. It will be shut down for approximately 3 days, and we will be rerouting traffic. So please be on the lookout for this memo. It will affect some of you all that are parking or moving about the campus.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Is the elevator going to be able to be used in the garage?
Yes, that won't affect anything. Okay. We will be starting a Preston sprinkler project. For many of you that do live in the Carlisle or the Windsor, you all know that your building is sprinkled, right? And some of you that are in the Carlisle 5th floor know this very well, right? Are they here? No, they're not. Or those that live below them when the sprinkler went on? No? Okay. Anyway, so those buildings are sprinkled, but the Preston is not. So we have fought with our insurance company for many, many years, and they finally win. So we will be starting our Preston sprinkler project after the holidays. We will not be doing that this year. So I don't have a start date yet. It's to be determined, but once we have that start date, we will share it with you all. Also, the Preston is going to get a furniture refresh. So we're super excited about that. We recently did that in the Windsor. It was successful. So we should be starting that, the rollout of the furniture the first quarter. Now, we have walked with the interior design firm. We've made some decisions. Pieces have been ordered. But is Ms. Losi here? Okay, Ms. Losi knows that we had ordered all of that furniture for the Windsor, and it was delayed for various reasons for quite some time. So we hope and we plan on it rolling it out in the first quarter, but things change. So just be on the lookout for that. Many of you may have heard or seen some activity going on across the street on 41st Street. This last summer, Westminster purchased 3 community homes. 1911 West 41st Street, 1913 West 41st Street, and 1920 West 40th Street. 1911 and 1913 are in the process of being remodeled right now. If you've seen some construction crews over there, they're doing some demo. We're remodeling it, putting in some safety features, and we will be selling those as life care cottages, hopefully before the end of the year. So everybody that knows, we do own a house across the street from the Preston, and the Johnsons live in that house. So we hope to expand that service to the other areas of the community. 1920 West 40th Street is currently being explored for demo and redesign. It's a 2-story home. It didn't seem to us after we purchased it that it would really make a safe cottage. So we're coming up with some different designs, and it's going to be a really neat space. We're excited about that one. And so when Chuck asked me to speak to you all today, he's asked me specifically to speak about operational metrics and what do the numbers mean. So as you all know, a lot of times when we talk to you all, we show you a whole bunch of numbers, and some of you may or may not know what they mean. So hopefully I can go through some of these and kind of explain in a little more detail the different types of numbers that we use on a daily basis to really gauge the operational functions of the community and break them down by the departments. So sales and marketing. A lot of you, many of you, start your whole residency process in the sales and marketing department with Jordan and Carla and Kim and Tessa. They're a great group of women, and they do an excellent job. But what they look at too, and Chuck and myself, is all these different metrics in order to say who's moving in, how are they moving in, so we get a kind of a sense of the flow, right? So this first on your right is an overall distribution of move-in and sales. So at the very bottom you can see 43% of our sales, it takes about 24 months. We call that a gestation period. From the time you come in, or the time that you click on the website, or the time you make a call to the time you move in. We track all of that data. And so you can see that some of they flow a little differently, but only 11% is less than 1 month. That's a very small fraction of our residents in the community. Most of us take a little bit longer, right? Trying to make the decision to make that move. The next graph on the left is our lead source, contribution within our gestation time frame. So this is saying, where are you all coming from, right? Do you get information by word of mouth? Are you looking at ads that we send out? Are you answering phone calls or mailers? And so a lot of our, if you can see the green sections, anywhere between 80 to 71%, or sometimes 100%, you're getting it from the website and direct mail pieces. That's really interesting data for us because we want to make sure to target our market appropriately. We don't want to spend dollars where we don't need it, where we don't need to spend dollars. Another sales and marketing trend that is interesting is our inquiries. How many people reach out to us on a monthly basis? So in January, you can see we got 126 inquiries. We all know 126 people did not move in, right? It didn't work that way. But over the year, we see the increases and the dips, right? And so 126 was the most in January. Can anybody tell me why you think that might be in January? Kids come and visit families in the holidays, right? And so sometimes those conversations are had over the holidays, right? Maybe mom and dad say, hey, son, daughter, I think it's time for us to move to Westminster. And that kind of starts that conversation. So we do see a lot more uptick after the holidays, and then we see a little more inquiries in the summer. I thought this was just really cool to show. We had 7 closings in September. That's huge. But you can also see, right, the beginning of the year it's a little slower, and as we move through the year, those gestation periods kind of come getting smaller, and people are moving in towards the end of the year. Takes time. So the Arbor, our friends next door, right, the health care center. What we measure this every month, and it's nurse hours per patient day, NPPD. So we're looking at how many nurse hours are taking care of our residents every single day. And it's broken down by a month. So in January, it's 4.63 hours. So typically, it runs about 4.5 hours per patient day per month. Does that make sense? So you got your med techs, your certified nurse aides, and your nurses, your charge nurses. That's a very high staffing ratio. And when I was talking to Cassie about the Arbor and what she would like me to share with you all, these are some things that she had asked. So our SNF means Skilled Nursing Facility Program ranking, national ranking, is at 92.9% nationally. For the state, it's 98.1%. That's an extraordinarily high ranking for skilled nursing. Our total nursing staff turnover is 91.7% better than the national average. We retain our teams better than 91% of the country. Total nursing hours per resident day, we are better than 92.9% of all of our other skilled nursing competition across the country. We keep watchful eyes on all this. Food and beverage. I like to eat. Do you guys like to eat? I know you like to eat because those numbers are showing me you like to eat, right? So the black line you're seeing that goes up and down, that's our census. That's how many people are living on our campus at any given time. So you can see in April and May, we reached 96% occupancy, which means our meals go up, right? We got more people to serve and more meals to serve them to. But so essentially we're running about 32,000 meals a month. That's what we're seeing on the right side. On the left is the meal type and where it's being served. So 50% of our meals are in independent living. That's only half. We have 21% of the meals are served in our skilled nursing facility, 18% in our assisted living and memory support, and 4% of our meals go to our friends and family, our guests. 7% goes to the associates. That's pretty fascinating data. And this is what Brian would like me to share. I was like, really? That many mashed potatoes? That kind of took me by surprise. 37,440 pounds of mashed potatoes. I don't know where y'all are putting it, honestly. I can't. Who has the hollow leg? We average 2,548 gallons of ice cream, and that's just soft serve. That's just coming out of the machines, you guys. We average 1,920 plates, 12,400 plates, that was a day, 12,400 plates a week for 698,880 washed dishes a year. I don't know. I would have dishpan hands. And that's not including our to-go containers. We average 400 slices of fruit pie a week. That's over 20,800 slices per year, which is 33 pieces per resident. Now, I will tell you, I showed this slide to my husband yesterday. And I said, 33 pieces per pie per resident per year. He's like, that's a lot of pie. And I'm like, that is a lot of pie, but it's not as much as the ice cream. So, he was impressed, and he's like, I don't know about that mashed potato. He was questioning it. Plant operations. This is fascinating to me because it really has to do with utilities, right? So we're looking at here all of our utility usage over the year. And as we go through this, the green line is all of our utilities, right? And it's what we've over the year and how we go up and per the budget. So June and July and August and September are what? It's hot, right? We're using a lot of water and we're using a lot of electricity to keep us cool. Many of you know that in the Preston and the Windsor, we have chillers, right? And that uses water. So we're using additional water to chill the air in the Preston and the Windsor. Carlisle or VRF, that's a whole different ball game. But I think this is an interesting metric, and we use this for budgeting purposes because we do know in the summer months we use more utilities. So then I asked plant operations, give me some cool things to talk about. 10,782 work orders completed year to date. That's just year to date. They do 40 PMs. They do 40 PM checks a day. So, PM. No. Preventative maintenance. Good job. You get a star. So they do an average of 14,600 PM checks a year. So that's them just going into our mechanical rooms and checking to make sure they go to water towers. They look at all of our programs to make sure that we're functioning. And yes, do things happen when they turn around and walk away? Yes, but they are checking them every day. And they check them multiple times a day to make sure the AC is running, the electrical's going. We still have all the water going through the building. And they walk on an average of 20 to 30,000 steps a day, each individual in that department. I know, if I did that, I wouldn't have to go to the gym every day. So this is our labor statistics. I thought this was really interesting. Who's on our WRA committee for the resident gift? Okay. Oh, I know you. Yeah. We get asked this all the time. How many FTEs do we have? How many FTEs do you have? So that's full-time equivalents. And let me tell you, that changes on a day-to-day basis, right? Now, we do have a standard we meet, but it just depends on the month and how we're doing. And as you can see here, in June, we reached a peak of 368 full-time equivalent employees on campus. But that goes down and it fluctuates up again. And in September, we ended at 356. And it's broken out by color by different departments, right? Total so far to date, we've worked 545,000 hours. That's a lot of commitment to the organization. And finance. Let's see, Mr. McGee, Mr. Woodrick, Ms. Miller, y'all see these all every month, right? So I hope I don't bore you too much. But we do measure our financials by an organization called Continuing Care Accreditation Committee. And so it's a measurement tool that we use that compares us to all the other CCRCs in the United States. So our operating ratio in September, because we just closed September financials, was 92.35%. That is extraordinary, right? Our CCAC median, what we're comparing to other communities, are at 97.92%, which means we're operating way more efficiently, what I like to say, way more efficiently than our competition. Days cash on hand, how many days we can operate without receiving any additional revenue coming in? 929 days. That's a really good number. Mr. McGee, what were we at our highest?
1,000.
That's right, 1,000. But what did we do? We paid off some debt.
Yes.
Right. So our CCAC median competition is 297 days. What are they doing? I don't know. Days in the AR. Days in the AR is essentially how long does it take for the accounting department to collect on billing. So the day that we send out a bill to Medicare or to your insurance company or to you all, how many days does it take us to get receivables? 11.2 days. Our invoicing is doing really well, and you are paying your bills on time. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Our competition's at 19 days. We have a great accounting department, by the way. They go after all the insurance. Average age of the facility, 7.49 years. Why is that? Ms. Leach, can you tell me why that is? Oh, come on, Buildings Committee. Because we put a lot of money back into the campus, right? We're constantly improving, and we're always making sure we don't have deferred maintenance. Our competition's at 12.5. So even though this building is almost 60 years old, really, on paper, it's 7.49. That's impressive. And that's all I have to share today. I put everybody to sleep. Oh.
I knew you would like it. Wow.
My numbers ladies out there, they love this stuff. So thank you for letting me present today. And Chuck did want me to say that next Chuck Chat, that I'll be his guest. So think of some questions you get to ask me, okay? But only good, nice questions. Yes, sir.
How is your solar system working?
It's online and it's working. I don't have any good data for you today, but I can look at it and get it back to you if you're interested.
The question was, how's the solar system working these days, today?
And I didn't bring that information. I should have done that, and I'll do that. I'll make sure we have it for Chuck Chat.
Is there another question? Anyone? Very interesting.
Thank you. Did I bore you? You get to see all this every month, though, right?
I know, but I think this is something that's of more interest.
Thank
that
you.
People can talk to their families about.
Yes.
And, mashed potatoes.
I think that's funny. And pie. We all need to eat more pie, really, I think is what I think everybody should have one piece of pie a day. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Okay. Thank you so much. I see Diane Williams back there. Is that Diane Williams? Yes.
She is.
Are there any other board members, Westminster board members here? Okay. It's a holiday. It's Indigenous People Day, it's Columbus Day, and Diane is here through thick and thin and cold and hot, and thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Okay, let's recognize Diane. If you will look, everyone have a handout? Okay, great. If you look on the list, we're going to take just a moment of remembrance for the folks who've passed in this past third quarter. Thank you. And now on the next page, on page 2, we have the new resident move-ins. You new residents, if you are here today, would you stand and let us welcome you? Great, thank you all for being here. And now we'll call on our secretary, Andy, to come forth and present the minutes from the second quarterly meeting, which is July 14th.
The minutes are included in your packet. There we go. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
The minutes are included in your packet. I would like to move that we accept the minutes as presented to you. Are there any questions?
John seconds. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. And now the treasurer's report from Sharon Verlander, our treasurer.
I don't have the nerve to tell Sarah she's going to shrink because I'm shrinking. I was taller than her at one point. Okay. Oh, pardon me. You've all got a copy of the financials in your packet. It looks different. July the 1st of this year, the WRA transitioned from desktop QuickBooks to QuickBooks Plus online. The reports look different. They're named differently. The first report you see is what you're used to seeing being called the balance sheet. It's now called the Statement of Financial Position. The second sheet is what you have seen in the past called the Profit and Loss Statement, or P&L. It is now called the Statement of Activity. Same thing, different numbers. I mean, different names, not different numbers. The numbers, whether I put them in online or desktop, will come out the same. I'm going to take just a minute to explain that on the old balance sheet, you used to see 4 liabilities. They weren't actually liabilities, and everybody knew that, I think. They were restricted funds. You're not seeing that anymore. We're doing something called fund accounting. Am I right, Jack?
Well, actually, it's fun account.
That's what I put. Oh, fun? Oh, Jack says it's fun. It's not.
Jack thinks it's fun.
I have, I transitioned to the online in July. Every month I make the executive committee aware that I'm getting better. I can do it faster. I'm still learning, and there's a lot to learn. That's it, guys. Does anybody have any questions? If I can't answer them, I'm going to ask Jack to stand up here and help me. He was very instrumental in setting up the QuickBooks Online Plus. Count numbers had to be changed, yada yada. Does anybody have anything I can answer? Any questions?
Well, is that sort of like governmental accounting? Because that's what I worked at the Texas Education Agency when we had, quote, fund accounting, but it really it is, and we designed it under the GASB to be somewhat like a business, but yet somewhat. So I guess you're moving in some kind of alignment like that, but it's not strict financial accounting.
I'm looking at Jack, and he's doing.
Yes.
Non-profit accounting. That's what I mean, a governmental, even if it has some structures that were put by the GASB, the General Governmental Accounting Standards Board, although if they don't apply, then you just have to use an extra restrictive as how we were doing it. You may have some version of that.
Once again. Yes, ma'am.
On the balance sheet page, under the other current assets, under CDs, 11/12 to 11/17, I'm not sure I understand the dates at the end. 3 of those seem to be partially missing.
Wait a minute. Yeah, the actual, what I'm recording on this is the month and the date, year. I didn't have
Years
it.
are missing on 3 of them, Sharon. That's what, is it this year, I presume?
On the financial,
Oh, she means on the old one, the June 30th one, from the minutes. That's from the minutes. The September one is a couple pages more.
I'm not sure what you're looking at, Cindy.
Never mind.
She's looking at the old format
Yeah.
from
They
the
were
last.
incomplete last time.
Yeah, I made a mistake. Thank you.
They're all this year. They're all coming due this year.
Yes, ma'am. I have renewed one in September, October, November, and December. There'll be 3 more to be renewed. The Finance Committee has already given me approval to do that, and I will be asking the Executive Committee to approve the motion at our next meeting. Interest rates, as you all know, gone down. So I'm not gonna make as much, but we'll get some. Yes, sir. Yes, Jack. You're gonna ask me a question, jeez.
Why don't you use the
You
microphone?
want to come to the
Here, use
microphone?
the mic.
My question is, how much total dollars was paid out in grants to associates for 2024?
Okay, we will be covering that at the RAF presentation a little bit later, so we can do that. Leon is prepared to discuss that. Okay?
Anybody else with any questions?
Sharon makes a motion to accept the treasurer's report. Is there a second?
Second.
Julie seconds. All in favor say aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be doing the president's report, so Cynthia, if you want to come on up and I'm going to explain about new business. Through our bylaws, we're always allowed to have a piece of business brought from the floor, and so you will notice that there's a new business available, but no one has has come forward to say they wanted to do anything or present anything or whatever, that is always an option at a membership meeting. And I appreciate the president being given a heads up. People have been good about that when there is something, so when I'm planning how much time for everything, it's always helpful to know what topics might be coming up. So, but anyway, is there any new business from the floor? Okay, seeing none, we'll ask Cynthia Leach to give us an update on the WRA-ACC scholarship.
Okay, hello everyone. My name's Cynthia Leach. I've been 10 years in the Windsor. Back in, I'm going to go over just a brief history of the ACC scholarship for all of our new residents. Back in December of 2021, the executive committee of the WRA decided to endow a scholarship at the Austin Community College Foundation in the amount of $15,000. We consulted with Chuck as to the areas that Westminster would anticipate needing. Healthcare and culinary arts were the two areas, so that's the areas that we're focused on giving scholarships. At the time, and to my knowledge still, $2,500 will buy a full year of tuition at ACC. That's about a fourth of what it is at any other school around here, so it's a very good bargain. So I have a couple of things to share with you. Number one, I'll be here with donation cards and envelopes if anybody's so moved, which I hope you will be. And by the way, I didn't go to ACC, but I bought this shirt, and I'm going to wear it every quarter so y'all know what I'm doing here. We've given 3 scholarships. Last year's scholarship went to a young lady named Ashley Figueroa, and it was in the healthcare area. And the ACC Foundation just advised me that she graduated in August with a degree in vocational nursing, a certificate in vocational nursing.
That's exciting.
So there's an excellent example of what our money's doing. I got a letter last week from the child of a resident that's passed away recently here. And in her will, she directed that a contribution be made to our scholarship fund at ACC. So he transferred a check to me, which I passed on, but that's something else for everyone to please consider doing. I was extremely moved by that and thought it was a wonderful thing to think about. And then finally, I did receive our latest recipient, and I just want to read a little bit of what we have about her. Her name is Leslie Gonzalez. This is for the 25-26 scholarship year. I'm a 23-year-old Mexican-American pursuing a career as medical lab technician. I live in Round Rock with my parents and sister who is pursuing a nursing degree at ACC. I write this letter to express my gratitude for awarding me the Westminster Residents Association Endowed Scholarship. Your support allows me to continue my education without the weight of financial pressures, an opportunity for which I'm truly grateful. As a first-generation college student, I struggled with the decision to become a full-time student, knowing that my household would face challenges in supporting both my sister, also a full-time student, and myself. However, higher education has always been a priority, and thanks to your generosity, I'm able to pursue it with great peace of mind. I will work hard in my studies as a med lab technician student so that I'll be a reliable and trustworthy professional for those seeking health care in the future. As a recipient of this award and someone blessed with endless support for those around me, I hope one day to pass on this same generosity. Thank you again for this support. It truly is making a difference in my life.
Nice, pretty good.
Thank you all. All of you have given in one way or another, whether it's directly or through support that we get here from Hidden Treasures or fundraisers, so please continue to do that. And if I can help anyone, I'd be glad to do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cynthia. Sue Gilliam. Security necklaces.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sue, and I'll apologize to those who wear their emergency button either around their neck or on their wrist. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying because I'm proud of you for wearing them. But those who don't wear them, I want to tell you that when you move in, you're given one of these. It's special. It's a special free gift that Westminster gives to us. And some people are embarrassed to wear them. I don't know why, because we should be proud that we are this age and we have the opportunity to protect ourselves. I have a testimonial from a resident that I want to read to you. During my first and second years as an independent living Westminster inmate, I resisted your totally logical advice, always to wear my "help me, I've fallen and I can't get up" alarm button. After a few close calls, I wised up a few months ago and began wearing it on a wristband 24/7. It was one of my best ever attacks of realism. I now know. Last night I fell, stuck between the bed and a side table, completely unable to do anything other than push the button. Hard as I could. Within minutes, two excellent, strong young men picked me up and put me gently back into bed. No apparent damage was done, not even to my dignity, because the final shred of that manly virtue deserted me by about age 90. I wouldn't have enjoyed lying in that position until someone came to learn why I hadn't pushed the morning check-in button. And so I thank you, my especially good friend. How many people are going to wear them from now on? Not many of you. Come on. Be proud. Join the community. Okay. Thanks, Leo.
Thank you, Sue.
Question?
At the last meeting, you were going to check with marketing about getting wristbands. Were we able to get some of those?
I don't know. Check with marketing if you want, or a watchmaker, or
Right on 35th, there's one that several people have gotten their bands from.
the watchmaker on 35th.
Yes.
And Kathy McIntyre has one. Where did you get yours, Kathy? Security. Okay.
So check with security. They can advise you where to go anyway. And I have a team that threads the beads, and we have beads back there for those who would like to get some. They're all free. Westminster provides the beads. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. As you all know, we have kicked off the Residents Appreciation Fund, so I want to ask Leon and Fern to come up and talk to us about that and make sure we answer Jack's question.
We're very pleased to share an update on the Residents Appreciation Fund campaign, which launched almost 2 weeks ago on October 1st. We've made pretty good progress thus far. We have raised just under $100,000 to recognize and thank the dedicated staff who make our community such an exceptional place to live. This fund is for the 400 plus associates who provide valuable services across our entire community. From those who you see daily to those who work tirelessly behind the scenes. This includes departments like food and beverage, environmental services, plant operations, information technology, transportation/security, human resources, wellness clinic, accounting, marketing, laundry services, skilled nursing, and the Arbor. It's important to note that our associates are not permitted to accept individual gratuities. This Residents Appreciation Fund is our tangible way to collectively thank the entire team for their year-round commitment. Our total goal for the fund this year is $310,000. We're very grateful for the momentum we've built, but we still have a bit of a ways to go to ensure that every associate receives the appreciation they deserve. The suggested donation is $550 per person. Some donate more than that, some a little bit less. We encourage you to donate with whatever amount you feel comfortable with. To donate, please place your donation in the envelope you were provided, or any envelope for that matter, and drop it off at any reception desk. They have large envelopes to collect all the donations. And please note that your donation is tax deductible. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask myself or Fern or any of the committee members you see who are wearing these red and white ribbons. Thank you once again for your incredible kindness and generosity toward the team that serves our community.
Did you need to clarify something, Vern?
Fern mentioned that it helps if you make the check out to the RIF or Residents Appreciation Fund.
Okay. And then the amount that was awarded total last year was?
I have to check my notes, but I believe it was just over $272,000.
Okay. Jack? There's a microphone there.
Thank you. You remarked that the goal was $310,000.
Yes.
Does that include the $47,000 that's carried over January 1st?
The goal is that amount, that if we're come to 270 and use the 47,000, yes, that'll bring us to the 300K.
Thank you.
Okay. Last year, the maximum amount awarded per person, per associate, was like $1,000, and we're trying to go to $1,100 this year. So, any other questions or comments? Okay, thank you all very much. Great job. Okay. Catherine McGee.
So we had a successful launch of the Journal on Thursday. It was a great party. Unfortunately, the guest of honor was not there, but we expect to have the new Journal in the house at the end of the month, and we will be delivering them. Right now, we are taking pre-orders. I think we have pre-orders for over 100 copies, so there's still an opportunity for you to order your own copy. Lori and I are back at the back of the room today if you want to order a copy today. Also, I'd like to say it's not too soon to start thinking about the 2026 journal and how you might want to write a contribution. We have lots of gifted writers in this community, and I'll be looking forward to your submissions beginning in January. So some are already writing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we will adjourn to our social hour, and for anyone that wants to go back and pre-order, and all you have to do is give your room number, your name, sign up, and how many copies you want. These make nice Christmas presents, and so being no further business, we are adjourned. Thank you all.